Alright, welcome to part 2 of the Tale of Two Nines, as I'm going to call it, as it was quite different between the front nine and the back nine today at Tallwood Country Club in Hebron, Connecticut. Quick story before I get into talking about some of the golf here. I showed up at 6:17 for my tee time that I booked online, and there was nobody there. So I paid for a cart because I was afraid it was going to rain. I tried to get as much golf in as I could. So I just went out there and played and walked with my push cart. When I finished the 9 holes and got back to the clubhouse, I went inside to pay for the 9 holes I just played, and they appreciated that I was honest and offered to let me keep playing for free. So I said absolutely, and I saw this as a great opportunity to keep working on my putting, which kind of was holding me back for the day. Everything else was pretty solid. After a par on 10, I hit this tee shot here way right. Like so far right that it actually avoids all the trouble. Normally right here you can't do anything. However, I went so far right, I actually probably had a better shot at laying up than I did if I hit the fairway. The Golf Shot app came in incredibly handy here, telling me I had 150 yards to the fairway, so I hit a 9-iron to this point, which I had 77 yards in, and it looked really good from where I was, but I did overcook it a bit, and it went slightly long. Luckily, was avoiding 3 putts, but wasn't really scaring the hole much, but even par through the first 2 on the back. Once again here with this tee shot, I went pretty far right. Not really sure what was going on there. I'm not sure if I was being a little too quick in my transition to the downswing or possibly had the wrong ball position on my stance, but nonetheless, had a punch 5-iron that I had to keep low to kind of scoot up to the green, and I was really impressed with the result. Just hit that 5-iron from right here. Oh yeah, take that. I hit a nice drive here. It just drew, just like the last time I played this hole, and put myself underneath a tree. And for a moment I contemplated moving my ball because I thought people would think that the other divot there to the left of my ball was somehow my divot too, but it's not. Someone else's. It's just a popular tree. I know because I'm under there more than half the time that I play here. Shot. Just figured I'd zoom in quick to see where we ended up, and we're there after a little punch. 6-iron from under the tree, which is a popular spot for me. At this point on the back nine, I had switched back from a conventional putting grip to left-hand low because I had putted left-hand low the last few years, and it's what I feel like I do the best. I've just been switching things up recently because I haven't been putting well, and you know how things go when you're not putting well. You just try new stuff until you see what sticks. But left-hand low for me always gave me the best pace, and of course, I drained the second one. That's how the game worked. I took an easy 8-iron for the next hole, and like all day, my iron play continued to be solid. I gave myself yet another look at birdie. But we'll take the par. And that is twice in a row I drained the second attempt. Gotta love it. At this point, I had noticed that it was an unusual day for me with my irons because I just hit my 6th green in regulation. Off the tee, a little wayward on the back, but got lucky and was able to scramble a few times. But my irons and approaches were as solid as they have ever been. I just could not get anything to drop for birdie. I currently play Mizuno MPH4 irons that are 12 years old, and I've had them for 10 years. And I did just order new TaylorMade P790s online that I got custom cut 1/4 inch short because I do choke up on all my clubs. And I've got to say, after this round today, hitting my irons the way that I'm hitting them, I am a little nervous about getting new irons. I pulled this drive left, skipped through the bunker, decided not to go for the green, just lay up and give myself a stress-free shot and an opportunity to hit my 7th green in regulation. I was clubbing up all day. It was kind of chilly and windy, and the rain was starting, but I did indeed give myself another look at birdie, and this was just a misread. I hit a good putt. I just thought it was going to break. I did get lucky that my 5-iron did not go into the water. It was a pretty rough lie, and I did not make good contact on the ball, but I did club up significantly, which probably saved me from going in the water here, and it left me with a really tough chip, but probably my best recovery shot of the day. Woo! I was pretty pumped. That's what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I could not scramble and save the par and capitalize on a nice chip. Last hole of the day. Just trusted my baby draw. That's what I told myself I was going to do off the tee, and I made it happen. I clubbed up once again here, hitting a pitching wedge for 115 yards uphill. Just wanted to make sure I didn't come up short. The pin was in the back. And like all day, just hit a wonderful iron shot. Giving myself yet one final look at birdie for my 8th green in regulation out of 9 holes on the back 9.
Yes! Yes! Let's go!
I honestly was really pumped. I know
Fuck
I
yeah.
might look slightly overexcited here, but
what we're talking
For
about.
how I started on the front being +5 and being able to shoot even par on the back, that was huge for me for this round of golf, simply because I also really wasn't making any putts for that round, and I was able to end the round on the best note possible by draining about a 20-footer for birdie. Looking at this round of golf, one thing that you'll notice right away is that I hit 78% of my greens in regulation today, 14 out of 18 greens. Comparing that to my last few rounds or so, you can see that is definitely an outlier. For my last 20 rounds played, you can see that my GIRs is actually less than 50% at 43%. And it also is worth noting that Tallwood, the back nine, is significantly easier than the front nine, and the course itself is my home course that I do play a lot, so I should be able to score well there. The last thing to note here is that my round on the bottom is displayed at 2.06 putts per hole, while the last 20 rounds on the top is 1.81 putts per hole, and that's simply because I hit so many greens in regulation today that my proximity to the hole was much farther away than I typically am. Normally, I am scrambling, therefore, I am closer to the hole after chips. Thank you so much if you did watch both of these videos, the front and the back, the tale of two nines at Tallwood. I really do appreciate it if you did watch the whole thing. I enjoy golfing and I enjoy sharing my experiences on the golf course and would love any feedback or anything like that.